What up, Lowrider family? Here we are another day, you know what I'm saying? In the building, Driveline day. Hope everyone's having a positive day. We're down here at Brothers Driveline out in Bakersfield, California. You know what I'm saying? They do it all. Come on. Got this Cadillac Driveline going. 100% brand new. Put that old one right next to it. That way y'all can see it. Telescopic warrior, come on. Oh. Got that Black Magic slip yoke. Got Brothers Driveline. They built it 100% brand new for me, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna do something a little different today, yo, you know what I mean? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk some measurements. Try to help out some of the other homies that do it on the weekends for themselves and all that. So I'm gonna try to walk you through this on how I pull measurements for a Lowrider Driveline. I'm gonna try to give you guys an outline of some things that I see that are pretty common. So let's see if I could get you guys going. So basically what I'm gonna do is, whether it's G-body, Cadillac, or town car, I wanna try to get you guys in the ballpark of how I pull my measurements. And so right here, you wanna go center point of this universal joint with your tape measure, pull it, come down to the center point. Now because we got this side, this flange or whatever they call it that bolts up to the axle, this is Cadillac, you guys are gonna have to add this center measurement to the face of this guy. So that'd be for Cadillac and like the town cars. So that's how you're gonna pull the dimensions when you're in different positions to get the measurements to add your telescopic slip yoke. That way the guys know, you know, what to build your new Driveline to what length. And so there's gonna be a couple of different ways that this needs to be done depending on what location you guys are gonna be running on the rear and the size of your guys' cylinders. So I'm gonna walk you through 3 of the ones that I commonly see. Let's go over here. So check it out. If you guys are on factory location with a maximum of 14-inch cylinders and you have upper adjustables only on factory location, and so like I'm speaking on G-body, I'm speaking on Cadillac and town car. So in order to pull your measurements, it's gonna be all the way locked up and then all the way at pancake. Those are the 2 measurements you're gonna need in order to get the slip dimension. And you're gonna measure from the center point right here on your universal joint. This is the side that goes into the transmission. Make sure this guy is buried all the way in. From that center point to this center point. So you already know for G-bodies, that's all you guys got to measure. For the town cars and the Cadillacs, this center point plus your flange face right here, you have to add that dimension for that one. And then that'll get you in the ballpark for the measurement if you're running on factory location. So your trailing arms strictly going to your factory location, nothing higher than a 14-inch cylinder. So if it's 14s or 12s or 10s, that's how you're going to want to run it. But clearly if you're at 14s because you're trying to max it out and you're trying to get a 3-wheel for cheap, you know what I'm saying? This is how you do it, because you're still going to need a telescopic driveline when you're on 14-inch cylinders. When you do that pivoting, it's going to need a telescopic slip yoke. That way it doesn't run into your transmission too crazy. All right, next, you guys, we're gonna go upper drop-down mounts on the 10-inch to 18-inch telescopic cylinders. And that's max. That's strictly this dimension to pull the 10-inch collapse to 18 inches extended telescopics. So that's with your upper adjustables and your lower adjustables. This is how you're gonna get your measurement for your Driveline. You're gonna overlock that hole all the way up. Oh, I lied. All the way pancaked. I'm human, come on. And then you guys are gonna do it literally on a 3-wheel. It's gonna be the same exact measurements from the center of your universal joint to the center on the tail of your stock driveline. Okay. Why on the 3-wheel? A lot of people are going to ask that. So when your car goes up and you're dropping on that corner and you're only going to have upper drop down mounts, the articulation of your axle is going to force that area to close up. So you're going to need to pull the dimension from the axle side going out to the tranny, and you're going to see it's actually shorter. And so I hope that makes sense, but that's how that part works. So on the next one, it's going to be upper drop down mounts and lower drop down mounts with 12-inch to 22-inch telescopic cylinders max, with upper adjustables and lower adjustables. In order to get this dimension for your telescopic driveline, you have to be at midway locked up. So what happens is when you got upper drop down mounts and lower drop down mounts, your radius on your axle, the dimensions, they change. So what you're going to do is you're going to lock up your car to midway, because midway is actually going to be your longest point of your driveline. And then your 3-wheel is going to be your shortest point of your driveline. And the 3-wheel, the dimension right there, that's the king factor for you guys' telescopic slip yoke. So for example, this Cadillac right here, this Cadillac driveline, this brand new one right here. So how I measure, you guys, I don't actually measure with this factory driveline. I'm trying to get you guys a rough draft outline, for that way for you guys that are doing it yourself, you have a better concept. So you make sure that your transmission yoke is pushed all the way into your transmission. You get the center dimension of that universal joint. It's the same meaning. Center is center. So how I do it is I use this piece by itself, naked, into the transmission, all the way buried, and I get the center point, which is the same concept right here, the center point. And so without a driveline on, I'll 3-wheel the car, and then I'll come down to the axle side. So for example, like on a G-body, half of that universal joint, it goes into the axle itself. So that's already your center point, your halfway point, whether it's a G-body, you know what I'm saying? El Camino, Monte Carlo, Regal, Cutlass, those are all G-bodies. So the front face of your guys' G-body axle, that's where you'll pull your dimension from. When it comes on to these other rides, the Cadillacs and the town cars, you're gonna measure from the front face. So this is the front face, right where it bolts up to. So you'll take your dimension from right here, center, or if you use it like how I use it as a jig, this by itself without the driveline, just this piece, the center point right here, and then I measure out. You guys pretend the axle's right here. I just measure out to the front face on the axle. But if you're going to utilize your factory driveline, right here, this is exactly where you pull your dimension from the center, and then the front face right here, you add that to the dimension. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys, that when you have different size cylinders, different size vehicles, whether you have upper drop downs or lower drop downs, it all makes a difference. And so I want to try to help you guys out, try to give a little bit of an outline of how this works. And so if you're on factory location, lock your car all the way up and pancake it all the way down. Those are 2 measurements right there. All the way up 1 measurement, all the way down 1 measurement. And that's for 14-inch cylinders max, and then only upper adjustable trailing arms. That's it. On your upper drop down mounts only, if you're rolling on the 10-inch to 18-inch telescopic cylinders, and that's max, that's only for these cylinders. I'm not talking about other cylinders. This is max on 10-inch to 18-inch. With upper adjustable trailing arms and lower adjustable trailing arms, it's going to be all the way pancaked, that's one measurement. And then put it up on 3 wheels and pull that dimension. That's going to be one measurement. The 3-wheel dimension is very important. Keep that in mind. Next one will be your upper drop down mounts and your lower drop down mounts. Maximum 12 inch to 22 inch telescopic cylinders. Max at this dimension of cylinders with upper adjustable trailing arms and lower adjustable trailing arms. It's midway. That's your one dimension for your length of your driveline. And then for how short your driveline needs to be when it crunches in with that telescopic piece, you got to get the dimension on the 3-wheel. So just want to help you guys out. Try to get it outlined because I know it's kind of confusing, but once you do it a couple times, y'all get it. And so this is for the G bodies, the Cadillacs, and town cars. So Cadillacs and town cars are similar by how you pull those dimensions because it has that flange. G body, you got that universal joint that just seats itself into the axle. You know what I mean? But get on my boys, you know what I'm saying? Brothers Driveline. Worldwide shipping is available. You know what I mean? Turnaround time is excellent. And just that way, y'all can see the difference, you know what I mean? From the original one to a brand new telescopic driveline. But just wanted to throw it out there. Try to help you guys out a little bit. Come on. But get on my boys, they do it all. Whether it's semis, tractors, the 4x4s, the rock crawlers, lowriders. You know what I mean? Those little donut warriors, you know what I mean? All you little fuckers. Here it is. But just wanted to get you guys, you know, your basic math class come on. But I hope everyone's having a positive day, and I just wanted to throw that out there, and you know what I mean? They out here in worldwide shipping. It doesn't matter where you guys live, it's available. So just trying to help you guys out on those measurements. But I'll see y'all. Lowrider family, you know. Wonder what those 2 holes are for. Don't do it. Come on. Yee.